My name is Joel Baines. I'm 20 years old, born in Albuquerque, New Mexico. My family and I moved to Anchorage when I was about 3 years old. They received job offerings they couldn't refuse. My childhood was great and very active. I loved anything having to do with the outdoors. Hockey ran in my blood, so that was an activity that I picked up pretty quick and advanced in. Being down to earth, creative, smart, funny, and quick-witted is how most would describe me. No matter where I was at or what I was doing, I had no problem fitting in. It wasn't until my early teenage years when life went downhill. At age 14, my father passed away suddenly of a brain aneurysm. After that, I hid behind a mask. I held in my emotions, coped in all the wrong ways. Almost every day I threw on this fake smile and pretended everything was okay and called it good. I had money, girls, and the popularity, but it was all a front. Deep down I was sad and lonely and slipping into a deep depression. When I was about 16 years old, I had my first drink and I was done for. That was pretty much a wrap for me. Since then, every day was a struggle. I managed to complete high school unscathed. After graduating, I dabbled in ecstasy, coke, shrooms, painkillers, crack, and heroin. Some bad shit, and I was definitely on one. But none of those helped me cope with the depression like alcohol and weed did. So ultimately, I was dealing with it in all the wrong ways. My drinking got heavier and heavier as life continued. Even during my hockey career, I was still able to function. I'd be able to make it to practices and games on time and be involved at all the team events. So basically, I was a very functioning alcoholic. Soon after, I pretty much gave up my hockey career, which was one of the stupidest decisions I ever made, because I made it to the junior A leagues, but I chose alcohol first, so I hung up skates. I could no longer juggle the career and my alcoholic life. Not much longer, my life became unmanageable. I was burning bridges with pretty much everyone in my life. There were countless holidays and family events I've ruined. I was going from job to job, losing apartments and vehicles, and being in and out of jail. I attempted treatment twice. One was a 6-month residential program, resulting in leaving after 3. The other was an outpatient program, which was court-ordered, that I actually completed and graduated. Both times I faked it to get family, friends, and the legal system off my back. And I was pretty much doing what I did best at that point in my life, which was mastering in manipulation, which is nothing to be proud of at all. Then rock bottom hit. It came down to drinking about a 40 and a fifth and a half to 2 a day. Having no money didn't stop me, and if that was the case, I'd resort to stealing. It didn't matter if anyone saw me or getting caught, because I'd just run, or they'd catch my face to their face and then I'd run. My rock bottom was so deep I even got hospitalized a few times trying to quit cold turkey. Each time the doc said I was on the verge of having a seizure. I was experiencing hallucinations, seeing shadows, sometimes stars or lightning flashes. My blood pressure was dangerously high. Various parts of my body would go numb. It literally felt like my head was going to explode at times. There was other times where I just had these weird feelings going on in my head, my brain, I don't know, which was probably resulting from my high blood pressure. My body would cramp up. I had insomnia. I had these crazy panic, anxiety attacks, and some hella bad, vivid nightmares. I checked into detox at the Early Turner Center as soon as I could and spent 23 days there. One of the main PAs there told me she was shocked I was still able to function in my condition. She mentioned I pretty much could have died if I tried quitting cold turkey. That's some scary shit, and it was an eye-opener for me. It didn't end there. 4 days after I was discharged, my older brother passed away from alcoholism. His autopsy and toxicology reports pretty much said all his organs failed and shut down on him. He was 37 years old. Surprisingly enough, I didn't relapse because I didn't want to end up like him. Right around the same time, I applied and was accepted into the Ralph Purdue residential program to accept and cope with my alcoholism and the loss of my father and brother. Despite this being my third stint in treatment, this is something I have to do for myself and only myself in order to make my life manageable and healthy. This time around, I'm taking it seriously and actually applying myself, using the tools I'm given. Death isn't an option. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm a little over 3 months in recovery. Walking this path has its ups and downs, but overall it feels great being on this journey. It's very humbling. I want to pass this message to those suffering from depression and alcoholism as I did, so they won't take the same path I chose. It will save you from a great deal of pain and possibly your life.